Ubisoft's announcement of Far Cry Primo came as a total surprise, but the concept just made sense. Far Cry games always star a man who follows brutal Stone Age ethics. Far Cry Primo takes that one step further by just setting the game in the Stone Age in the first place. And the newest trailer actually reveals the gameplay, and strongly suggests that Far Cry Primo is going to be totally sick as hell, especially since the game just got the vaunted mature rating. The Far Cry Primo gameplay trailer that Ubisoft unveiled earlier in December focuses on the beast of Far Cry Primo, an element we knew would be significant. What we didn't know is that they wouldn't solely be adversaries. No, in Far Cry Primo, the player character, the hunter Takar, can become the Beastmaster and tame the horrid monsters of the primeval forests. You can tame saber-toothed tigers, giant bears, lion-ish things, and all manner of other creatures, and land actually sent them into battle on your behalf. It's like the mechanic of the white tiger in Shangri-La mission in Far Cry 4, but integrated into the game as a whole, and much more built out. It looks very cool. In the trailer's most oh shit moment, the player even tames the most hated animal in all of Far Cry 4, the eagle. Our first glimpse at the regular gameplay is promising too. Of course, there are bows and arrows, that's no surprise. There are also spears, which serve as both a deadly range weapon and an excellent melee finisher. The game looks gorgeous, although it's definitely on Ubisoft to find ways to fill out this empty wilderness. The natural world will surely be more dangerous in Far Cry Primo than in other Far Cry games, but we still need outposts and settlements and fortresses to attack, don't we? And the game needs to have a wild enough variety of weapons to keep things interesting. The spears and bows alone won't cut it, but that's obvious. Ubisoft will have lots of surprises in store for us. As you can see from the gameplay, there's a bee-bomb or something like that which you could fling by out to the enemy on the ground, or you can use auto attack the enemy with some kind of supernatural senses to animals or something like that. I'm not sure about it. And now enemy will respond to the environment and day cycle. As we started to dig into the Stone Age, we found all these very interesting things, and one of the difficult aspects is reconciling the reality of the history and our impression of how primitive man was at the time, said creative director. Far Cry Primo will feature a long-forgotten language which will allow players to communicate with beasts. Ubisoft hasn't settled with just making up any old gibberish. The studio has been working with historians, linguists, and anthropologists in order to create a language that would be similar to how prehistoric man actually spoke. The different tribes throughout the game will also feature slight variation in their language, a lot like accents today. The linguists, they are amazing, and they are super excited because this is a language that has not been spoken for thousands of years. For them, it's their science. It's something that they are super attached to, so they were super enthusiastic. Far Cry Primo, Ubisoft's upcoming prehistoric action-adventure game, won't offer cooperation support. Community manager Jason Paradise explained why Ubisoft is keeping the emphasis on solo play for the upcoming Stone Age game, which arrives next month. We are focusing entirely on creating the best possible Far Cry experience for our fans, bringing the Stone Age to life and providing players with a strong gameplay experience based off the Far Cry legacy meant we have to reinvent our core gameplay loop. Paradise explained, this was definitely not a small undertaking. Paradise added, our focus was on delivering this fantasy which required clear priorities for the team. Therefore, in the early stages of the project, we made the difficult choice of focusing our efforts on the single-player experience. The most recent entry in the Far Cry series, 2014's Far Cry 4, did offer cooperation. It was a lot of fun too. Far Cry Primo does not include any kind of multiplayer whatsoever. Far Cry Primo is due to be released on February 23rd for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC.